Hello guys, welcome to Edgeonplay. I'm Scott. So the battlefield situation is really crazy. We got a sneak peek about the next battlefield game. So they have told us that they are establishing battlefield labs and the battlefield studios, two separate things, but the four core EA studios were working together to bring this in work. I don't know how it will work because in the 2042 case, they have also made sure that they are bringing back the battlefield experience with three studios working together, and we know how it happened. But still, people are just dumping down on the Battlefield 2042 situation when it came out. So I don't think that's a good thing because when it came out, it was like 2020. So we know what happened on that year. So every game that came out, like most AAA titles, were trash. We talk about Cyberpunk 2077, Battlefield. There is Watch Dogs Legion. They all came out to be the trash game. The expectation that they are going to set is like a sneak peek, not a big advertisement. They have learned a lot about the past experiences, and also they have admitted that the experiences that they have given, just removing the class system and bringing back that Apex Legend hero style shooter games, so it didn't work out that way, and they eventually changed that kind of modes. So I'm just shutting up right now. Have a look what they are trying to make out of.
Defending that last point in breakthrough.
You and your squad going together, trying to accomplish something.
Helicopter crashes into the building next to you, and all of a sudden the roof drops on your head.
The vehicle play is the destruction.
You've got tanks, you've got jets.
You get a bit sweaty in your palm.
That full, all-out military experience. It's just unlike any other game I've played.
This franchise comes with a long history, spanning over 20 years now. But the question is, how do we continue to build on that and push Battlefield to the next level?
I've been playing Battlefield since long before I joined the team. When 1942 first came out, the amount of fun that we all sat down and had with it is just...
This is Vince Zampella, who is like made the Apex universe, and it went to be a banger in the world, and it have a massive fan base still now. It's declining eventually. Every game's declined, but the idea that it came out is this guy Vince Zampella, and like Battlefield have bought many retired or leftovers who left the company before, and they bought back all that devs in this new Battlefield game. So that's very exciting, and we saw this in 2042 case also, but eventually it didn't turn out the way we thought it would be. So yeah,
Just, still like a fond memory. So in joining the Battlefield team, it was about the opportunity to give that team that space to do something just more amazing even than they've done in the past.
We set out with this ambitious idea of creating this new Battlefield universe. And to make that vision reality, we had to think big.
Each of our four studios comes with its own culture and
so
expertise.
these are the four studios that I was talking about: Ripple Effect, Motive, Criterion, the NFS1, and DICE, the pioneers of Battlefield, of course. So they are bringing back the experience. Ripple Effect have already worked with DICE before, and Criterion did too, a little bit, not a very extent, but now I think they are pulling some people and keeping them in the Battlefield studios to make that Battlefield game ongoing and beyond in the next coming years. So in every studio that you see on this screen, there will be a less amount of present in that particular studio working on their own titles, and instead they will be working on the Battlefield itself. So this is the DICE headquarters. I think it's in Sweden, Stockholm.
DICE has such a rich history with Battlefield.
DICE is responsible for the multiplayer part of the game, which incorporates things like destruction systems, class play, squad play, vehicles, gadgets, all of those kind of underlying systems that drive the experience.
Motive is working from the Montreal studio.
So here at Motive, we're working on multiplayer maps, and we're also working on single-player mission contents.
We're driving a cinematic experience to the level that's never been done on Battlefield before.
And that line we have heard from every other studios. Yeah, never been done before. That's a classic phrase.
Ripple Effects has a long history of working on the Battlefield franchise.
We're working on an experience that is really going to open Battlefield up to a whole group of new players.
Criterion have been supporting Battlefield for a decade now, and now we're going to bring that to the table as a fully fledged kind of partner in the Battlefield studios.
So if Criterion is making the Battlefield game, they're joining in, so there are less amount of devs present to make the NFS, the next NFS game. So that's why it's delayed. You can't see the NFS is coming in any corner. So that's really annoys me a little bit, because NFS is a very great game and it comes with a very great passion, and to delay it, and there will be a less amount of devs present initially, and they have to hire more. I don't think they will hire. I don't think so. There's a crisis going on in EA, Ubisoft, in every studios, so money is a problem, and the stock prices are also going to be a problem. But yeah, so they're not making a next NFS game for now, and giving all the resources to Battlefield. So I want them to make NFS also. There are some great games which should be done also alongside with the great games like Battlefield or the money-making giant. But it's not going to be the case. They have delayed it. There will be many more games who have delayed it. And also we don't even know this money-making giant is going to be a money-making giant. So yeah, let's play.
Mainly we've been focused on the single player experience. So the campaign is back for Battlefield.
This game has so much potential. So I think it's about giving the team this time to really hone their craft.
Now, this is the point where it says that they need time to make the game. That is the big point. Because eventually you rush the game, it's going to be a trash. That's what happened before, and now maybe they understood it, and studios are giving it time. But also you need to remember that the more time you consume, the more money is going to get consumed, and that's why the engine they're working on will get outdated. So they have to update it more and more. So if I talk about GTA, they have went through several amount of software updates, from engine updates, to make the game look latest and greatest. And to make it the latest and greatest, you have to keep on working on the game and also on the engine.
We have to prototype, play test, get feedback,
And then repeat that loop.
over and over and over again.
So this is the Battlefield Labs, where they say that they test the game every single time with the 4 studios to make it happen, to make it more flushed out, so that every kind of place they have missed out before they can review it and just go in a loop again and again, as they have said. So it's all depends on the implementation, how it should be done. Just like Cyberpunk have a big delay, and also it came out to be a trash game. But exactly, it's not a trash, I would call it, it's under the development stage. But eventually when it was at the beginning of the launch, they didn't test it out, or they were testing another build or something, or the way they have given the authority to test to someone else, they have not reported to them wisely, I don't think. that happened, but yeah, that's they have said. But when you take a game which became a disaster, there are many internal changes that should going to take place, and that's what happened to CD Projekt Red. They have changed the internal workings, the management post and the general post of every employees have changed. The way the things used to work, it doesn't work like the same way now.
That feedback is crucial in helping us know what to prioritize, what needs improvement, and what feels like a true Battlefield experience.
We're pre-alpha, so now is the time to test all the experiences our teams have been building for our upcoming launch and beyond.
So that's the end. There is nothing more, but the sneak peek of the Battlefield is still left. So I really want to show you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Let's build Battlefield together.
Bloody hell. Bloody fucking hell. That was the sneak peek, like debris everywhere, destruction everywhere, and the guns they are holding, they are real as fuck. Just you can see the blazing, the shine on the gun, and they are not like very futuristic guns. They are real-time guns. And there is no sprint, like tactical sprint. There is no tactical sprint. Normal sprint is there, of course, but that Call of Duty style sprint, I don't see this in this trailer, in this sneak peek. So let me know how you guys like it. So it's my kind of like a first video I'm making, a recorded one. So yeah, peace out.